is Keith, and this is part of a series of videos providing program development opportunities for nonprofits. These videos may help you determine a better way to manage programs and avoid common mistakes, and this video is about how to develop and run a volunteer program. If you like these videos, please subscribe on this YouTube channel. Volunteers are an integral part of any nonprofit organization's client services, community relations, and also governance. Your program for volunteer engagement can provide a well-organized and productive volunteer program by implementing the following procedures as set forth in this, what I call a standard operational procedure, SOP. It is important that all concerned understand the reasons for utilizing volunteer resources. Volunteers offer much more than just free labor. There is important agency work that needs to be done. Volunteers bring added labor, resources, information, and also they can become potential donors. Volunteers provide services that are cost effective. Volunteers offer up a broad range of experience and expertise. Volunteers increase public awareness and promote campaign visibility. A well-managed volunteer program will help to ensure the important work is accomplished in a timely manner. And finally, and of course, that volunteer work on behalf of your agency will also be included as in-kind hours, which will help towards your overall overhead. Next, you want to make sure any volunteers that you recruit receive background checks. State law requires level 2 background checks for volunteers who serve vulnerable populations. And then what you do is set up your opportunities. And there are different types of opportunities. There's team building events. Those are one-day team building activities for like painting, landscaping, those kind of things. There's corporate packing events, usually at the corporation, where you take your items to the corporation and the employees there pack those items for you. You have skill-based opportunities such as volunteer income tax assistance volunteers, reading mentors, STEM volunteers, all those types of groups that require some type of specific skill. Volunteers in service to America. These are individuals through AmeriCorps who can be assigned to your agency to assist you with your capacity building. And then, of course, college interns. You can use interns from your local colleges, make arrangements to have them work under your supervision if you have the qualifications to do that. Finally, you have volunteer opportunity ideas also for I have a list of them. One is for individual volunteers. You can have them work as reading mentors, STEM mentors, health mentors, volunteer income tax assistance volunteers, financial stability class trainers, Meals on Wheels, point in time count, on and on. You can come up with a lot of individual type responses for volunteers. And then you have team activities such as STEM activities, painting for agencies, landscaping for agencies, building little free libraries, building bicycles, doing cleanups like beach cleanups, seniors at lunch, Saturday Meals on Wheels. All your organizations usually need to have a logo placed on items that are distributed so you can have a stickering event. We did that for our book sorting and distribution. We stuck our labels on the books before we distributed them. And that's a great team building opportunity. And also food drives. And besides them, you have your major packing events where you can bring in corporate teams to pack items for kits, such as food kits, dental health kits, senior kits, disaster kits, financial kits, and baby care kits. To do all this, you need a volunteer opportunity request. The request for volunteers form is sent out to partner agencies on a regular basis. When the form is completed and returned to your agency, your staff will contact the organization to discuss the logistics. Then you put that information into your volunteer portal, whatever portal you're using. If you're not using a portal, you can use JustServe or Volunteer Match. I tend to use Volunteer Match quite a bit. And then you add the opportunity. Once the opportunity is posted, send that link of that opportunity to potential volunteers. And that description of the opportunity should include the opportunity title, the description of the opportunity, the contact information, when it starts, when it ends, the minimum and maximum number of volunteers, the minimum age, what the volunteer should provide, any additional information, and usually I'll add like agency contact information there, address of the opportunity, any specific skills required, and then the time. Once the opportunity is posted, send the link in an email to potential volunteers. Create a volunteer list for specific interest areas like STEM, disaster response, etc. Post volunteer requests on other volunteer sites. I'd already mentioned that. Volunteer Match, Volunteer Connect, Just Serve. Keep a spreadsheet of the volunteers and their contact information. Make that an ongoing spreadsheet that you can add information to, so that as more opportunities come in, you can send those opportunities out to the people who have volunteered for past opportunities. So on the day of the event, the volunteer activity should arrive about 20 minutes early. As volunteers then arrive, have them sign in on the work site, sign in, sign out form. At the start of the event, gather the volunteers together for a group picture. Great way to gather them together and have them in one place to share about your organization, thank them for their service to the community. And then while you have them together, ask the agency representative to say a few words about their program and give directions to the volunteers regarding the work of the project. And then before they break apart and start work, take a group picture, and then also take pictures of the work as it's being completed. Return the sign out form to the volunteer coordinator so that it can be then included into your volunteer database and also spreadsheet. Volunteer reports at the end should include the number of volunteers and the number of hours at fiscal year and at calendar year. And those reports should include the number of agency volunteers, the types of volunteers, such as board volunteers, days of caring volunteers, VISTA members, disaster response volunteers, skill-based volunteers, board members and committee members, and VITA volunteers. And that report should also be given to your agency director so that they can add that on the 990 or include that in the information for the 990 and for other reporting out, such as board meetings, so that you can show not only how volunteer involvement is important to your agency, but the fact that it does bring down your overhead, so that your overhead is lower and you can do more work for the community. If you like these videos, please click subscribe.